Hey everybody, Doc Quick here with a quick video. A Doc Quick video, if you will. I was watching Worlds the other day and I saw something happening in two separate games that I wanted to give my opinion on. Because if this world loves one thing, it is random opinions on the internet. So, here's episode 3, I guess. I don't know. I want to talk to you today about the Nasus effect. You know when you stomp Nasus in lane, destroy his turret and then try to snowball your team by using your huge lead elsewhere on the map? And then the next time you see Nasus, he has 600 stacks and he one-shots you without any counterplay. This essentially happened in the game of Fnatic vs LGD. Purple and Zed won so hard against Langxing's Ornn, but take a look at the CS difference before and after the turret went down. And it was the exact same thing for DRX vs Top Esports. They take down the top turret early, and the top laner comes back with a vengeance. That is the Nasus effect in pro play. The way I see these matchups is, the strong side really wants to kill the weak side of the matchup. Quinn wants to kill Renekton. Zed wants to kill Ornn. In order to do this, they need to create an optimal lane state which denies some CS and experience, then run down the enemy if they step into experience range, and kill them. However, if you start running down your adversary, you will undoubtedly get collapsed upon by the enemy jungler or the enemy support roaming, and the weak side is usually pretty tanky, so they can buy time, even from behind. So if you cannot finish the kill without dying for it, you're not going to run them down. If you cannot start running them down, you will not attempt to create that lane state that denies CS. Because it either straight up will not work, because your minions will just push back anyway, or it will not be worth the time and effort. Meaning winning top laners will start instantly clearing every wave they see, and then lose CS themselves in the process, especially if they get frozen on. What usually ends up happening is what LS refers to as ping-ponging waves.
20 seconds until that dragon is going to come up. And by the way, as a byproduct of all of this lane ping pong, and the way that the waves have constantly just been locked by Renekton, he's ahead in XP. Doran justing 12. 369 has been 12 for a little while.
Yeah. Now if I understand him correctly, LS feels this is purely a wave management issue. Players refusing to create that favorable lane state. However, the way I see it, the problem lies somewhere else. It is actually a rotational problem. Let me explain. Turrets don't just protect champions, they also take away CS. If you take a turret away, that means the CS will not be denied anymore. This triggers the Nasus effect. Pretty obvious solution to the Nasus effect is, just don't take the turret at all. It is just so much easier to punish weak side if their turret is still denying them gold. But we also want to unlock our own carry on the map, and we want that plate gold and first turret gold, so we have to get a little bit more creative. What do we do to prevent the Nasus effect? We use the power of rotations. We want to create that favorable lane state. We want to run down our opponent and kill him. But like I said earlier, we will get collapsed upon by junglers, roaming supports and even roaming mid laners. So to prevent that from happening, we rotate the dual lane to mid. This way we have constant pressure mid, because two champions have more pressure than one. This prevents the enemy mid laner from roaming. Secondly, our support is ready to roam top if needed, together with the jungler. This means we can be proactive as a team when we want to kill the enemy top laner, or match the roams instantly in case they attack us. Let's look at all the possible answers the enemy can give to this rotation, and let's name them for the fun of it. Option 1, the refusal. If the enemy refuses to match your rotation in any way, your mid laner will have a very bad time. He will lose CS, he will lose turret plates, or die trying to defend. No doubt about it. But you can see there are still 2 points of pressure for us, and only 1 point of pressure for the enemy. So it's a net win. Option 2. Chaos. The enemy might decide to throw multiple members mid to break that pressure, and at the same time prevent the top lane rundown, since he will not get the proper support if mid lane is targeted that hard. This way the enemy will solve 2 problems with just 1 move. However, the dual lane in mid should be well equipped to kite back and just give up that pressure for the moment, whilst top lane still wins in the pure 1v1 because he is already ahead. Also, you have to notice that the mid laner in bot lane suddenly has kill pressure due to being a higher level. It still gives us 2 points of pressure, and only 1 without, if played right. Option 3. The forced answer. In this case, the map state stays basically even, except we have already 1 top lane, so we still keep that same advantage. As an added bonus, we force the enemy into a rotation their composition actually doesn't want to make right now, giving our jungler access to side laners that should be stronger on our side in this moment in the game, because we drafted that way. If we force enemies to completely match a rotation, we always win, provided we understand what rotation our comp needs, and for that matter, drafted around unlocking top so early. And I feel that is what those teams did wrong at Worlds. They did not recognize in time what rotation would give them a significant advantage. So that's gonna be the end of the scripted portion of this video, but I wanted to do a little bit of an ad-lib for a couple of minutes after the turret goes down to sort of emphasize my point. Hello everybody, unscripted Doc Quick here, with sort of a review part of this video. So I just wanted to take a quick look at the moment when Fnatic take down the top lane turret. Bwipo's pretty fat right now. As you can see, the back is coming in from Reckless and Hylissang right now in bot lane. Dragon is gonna be taken, that's pretty logical. It's a pretty good trade if Fnatic play it out right. So right off the bat, Reckless is moving back to bot lane. Now that in itself isn't a huge problem as long as Hylissang goes mid. So I think Hylissang lanters Nemesis in, but the thing Hylissang does now is that he roams mid. He doesn't intend to lane mid. And I think that is sort of a misread on what the game should be right now. Same with Bwipo. He roams mid. I don't really know what they hope to get from it, because there's no objective. You should be laning top, and Hylissang should be laning mid, preferably with Reckless, but it's okay even if like the ADC and the mid laner don't swap, as long as the support does. But it's clear to me that their read is kinda off, because they start roaming instead of laning. And you don't want to roam yet, even with the set, because if Ornn follows him, Ornn might be killable for Sett pretty easily, but he's still 100% unkillable for Syndra and Jhin, because he's Ornn. So you don't want him on the map, because he's gonna be as useful as Sett is in a team fight. And you want Sett to be more useful, so you keep him in that lane. And already you see the advantage is basically nothing. It's basically a turret for a dragon right now, when it should have been a dragon in trade for huge top pressure. As you can see, Hylissang in the meantime is back in bot. A misread, in my opinion, once again. He should be mid right now, providing not only pressure for Bwipo to work with, but also, here it comes, protection for whoever is in mid lane, whether it's Reckless or Nemesis. Now, Nemesis positioning aside, it's a misread. Even if Nemesis just stands under his turret there, that's also not what he wants to do. In my opinion, It's a misread on the entire situation, and a huge throw of the advantage they had just created.